The U.S. government sent these black men into the desert with rusted rifles and dying horses, secretly hoping the frontier would finish what slavery started. But instead, they became the most feared legends in American history. In 1866, the Army didn't know what to do with thousands of newly freed black veterans. Their solution? Send them to the most dangerous, isolated edges of the map. They formed the 9th and 10th Cavalry and the 24th and 25th Infantry. These men weren't just soldiers, they were pioneers tasked with building a country that barely viewed them as human. The Plains tribes were the first to give them their flowers. They saw these men fighting with a ferocity they had never seen in white units. They saw their dark skin and curly hair and named them Buffalo Soldiers, because to the indigenous people, the buffalo was a sacred, unstoppable force. It was a name born of respect between two groups the government was trying to destroy. But here is the unfiltered truth. The Buffalo Soldiers had to be twice as good just to get half the respect. While white units were deserting in droves, the black regiments stayed. They had the highest re-enlistment rates in the Army because for a black man in 1870, the uniform was the only place he could find a sliver of dignity. These men were the original park rangers. Before the National Park Service even existed, the Buffalo Soldiers were patrolling Yosemite and Sequoia. They weren't just protecting the land, they were building the roads and trails you still walk on today. Under Captain Charles Young, one of the first black graduates of West Point, they became the stewards of the American wilderness while the state was still trying to redline them out of the cities. They earned 18 Medals of Honor and charged up San Juan Hill with Teddy Roosevelt. Yet when they came home, they were often met with silence, or worse, violence. They paved the way for the total desegregation of the military, leaving a blueprint of excellence that the Army couldn't ignore. I want to hear from you in the comments. We celebrate the Wild West through the eyes of outlaws and cowboys. But why is the man in the 10th Cavalry uniform always left out of the frame? Is it because his survival proves that the untamable West was actually built by the people the law tried to exclude? Comment Buffalo to honor their unyielding courage. Share this with somebody who thinks they know the history of the frontier. We don't just tell the past, we show you the warriors who built the world you walk on.